Hey guys, Alex here with Paragon Performance. Today we're going to be showing you how to remove the rear bumper on the C8 wide-body cars. This is going to include the Eray, the Z06, and the ZR1 variants. Let's get to this process. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this wheel off here. It's not necessary to actually take it off. If you raise and support the vehicle, get this tire off the ground, you can get in here and get everything undone, but it does make it a little bit easier if the wheel's just out of the way. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that wheel. I've actually already broke all these lug nuts free by hand, so grab the impact, zip them out, let's get this wheel off. All right, so now underneath here, we're gonna remove these 3 7mm screws and these 2 T15s. All right, so now we're gonna remove this splash guard. We're gonna start by taking these 2 T15s out, and then using a panel pry tool, we are gonna unclip it here and remove it from the vehicle. And then we have one more T15 up here at the top. Now we're able to pull this fender liner out of the way here to gain access to the bolts here up along the top. All right, so we're gonna start here by removing this 10mm here on the stud, and then moving down the row here, we are gonna remove this 7mm, and then down towards the bottom here, we will remove the last 7mm. And there you go, we've got this side apart here. You're gonna need to repeat all of this on the other side of the vehicle, and then we'll move up top, get those last few bolts up top out, and we'll be cooking to pretty much have this bumper off. All right, so let's get our deck lid open here. And then we're gonna remove all of these T15s here along the top of the bumper. There is a T15 here in the corners as well. Some of these bolts also have shims underneath them, so you'll want to keep tabs on that, and I'll kind of show you how I do that as we go through this. So let's get these screws out for now. As you can see here, there's a little bit of some shims sticking out of here. They don't always stick out like that. Sometimes they are flush. So I like to just kind of look and pick up, and it'll be pretty obvious, and look in the crack to see if there's some in there. And then we're just gonna use a little flathead screwdriver and just kind of stick it underneath and pop all of those shims out. It's like this one actually has 3 of them in there. And then I like to just set them down here in this little groove, kind of right where the screw is, just so we get them back exactly where we took them out of. Go through, verify you don't have any shims anywhere else, and then we're ready to pull this bumper back. So, all right, so we've got everything ready here to actually pull this bumper back. There are a couple connectors here behind that we need to deal with as well, but grab find a good place you can put your hands on the back of the bumper here without, you know, being able to have scratch up any paint or anything that way. We'll just kind of lift up on the bumper a little bit and slide it back. Then I like to keep my foot underneath where the exhaust tips are, just to kind of support a little bit of that weight. And then we can grab our flathead screwdriver here and deal with these connectors. All right, so we're gonna release the red safety tab here, just by pushing that back. And then I just use a little flathead and kind of walk the connector off of there. Then our camera one, same idea, has a little red safety tab on it here. Just need to pull that back. And we gotta push down this button and unplug it, just like so. Now we're gonna move over to the one on the driver's side. And this is exactly the same as the white one from the other side, the red safety tab. Pull it out and set it nicely on the, there. Cool. All right, so there we go. We've got it off. Go ahead and complete whatever task on the vehicle you needed to do that required you to take this bumper off. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this set back on. But of course, you know, reinstall it in the reverse order on how we have taken it apart. there you guys have it. It's a fairly simple process. So that way in the near future, if you need to take the bumper off for any modifications you are doing to your C8, hopefully this helps you walk through that process. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you guys next time.